Okay, look at that. It's even French. Okay, so it's April 15th. It's 8:13 p.m. and I'm just looking at all this stuff. So this stuff here I got from Marine Depot. It's pretty cool. These are all, this is part of that, where the bulbs came in this nice little tube here. This is just garbage, which I'll throw away later. And these are the bulbs I'm gonna run over the top of the tank, probably in that order. This will be the front to back. And yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna move these over here for now. Hopefully we can see all this stuff here. 1 second, there we go. So this is the new skimmer I got. Let's put this stuff over here. It's the DCQ-3 by Aquamaxx. Needle wheel DC pump. I was very torn between this one and Red Sea has an AC model that I really wanted to try, but I just ultimately decided on a DC pump. That's really what did it for me. And here it is. Pretty big. You can see kind of like how big it is here, but I'll pull it out later. But here's the bubble plate. You can see that has these lengthy little things on here to help channel the bubbles upward. The cup is pretty decent size. It's all stuck in the box right now, but I'll get that out later. And I don't know if I can get to this. Hold on one second. Okay, there's the Sump, and there's really nothing to say about it except it is made by Trigger. It has all the cool options that are out nowadays: probe holder, dosing lines. The bulkheads are just standard O-rings with pass-throughs, threaded attachments that go down into the pipe there. This pipe here, you can see I'm running this piece as refugium. You can use it as an ATO, but that particular piece there, you can't really see it. There, kind of see it there. It's basically just to diffuse the bubbles and not disturb the sand bed if you do a deep sand bed. These are basically just for wire management to hold them out of the way. They screw right in. So this came unassembled. This was just in this section. These were not in there. I had to put those in. This was kind of a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting this. So the sponge, yeah, that's great. You know, that comes with a lot of sumps. But look at these cool things. There's 2 of them, and they can hold media. So, and they even say, you know, they CNC'd Marine Depot on there. That's pretty dope. I do dig that quite a bit. There's also the heater holder. Those tabs sticking out there are to hold these in place if you want to run media, which I probably will. There's those probe holders, and there's some O-rings down there, and you can see this big pad. That's if you don't want to run socks, or you don't even have to use this pad really, but it comes with it. Here's another cable management thing. These 3 guys were kind of a pain in the neck to get in because it's so tight. But they go in just fine. I just got some help with some smaller hands. And here's the nice lid, real thick, solid construction with the cool Marine Depot logo on it. I'm kind of a fanboy. You know, I do like Marine Depot quite a lot. These are pretty cool silencers that they put in here to help silence the splash when things go into the socks. It is a 7-inch, these are 2 7-inch socks. This is a 36-inch Sump. It is 7-inch socks, but the way it's tight like that because there's a zip tie on there I need to remove. And you can see up here too, the same thing. I think I actually removed this zip tie though. You just pop it open. See there, and it comes right out like so. And there's the pipes in the back that those thread onto. I haven't tightened them down real tight, but you know, they look like they're going to do pretty dang good. I'm only going to need 2 of them. And so basically the way it works, there's plenty of tutorials on how this works on the interwebs, but basically the water comes down in there and it overflows after it helps diffuse. This helps diffuse some of the bubbles, catches detritus, things like that. I'd imagine that's going to be quite the pain to clean out later on, but I got a shop vac. So it'll overflow onto here and then get caught. The water will run over these socks until the socks get clogged from being dirty. And where it goes from there when they're not dirty, it just goes down and out there in that section. And then when the socks are dirty, they come out right here so that it doesn't overflow. So pretty cool, neat little contraption. Here's a little full shot of it. I went with a smaller Sump than what I have now for the features, and I also want to do a display refugium. So real estate was getting important. Now over here, here's the skimmer. I don't know, can't really see it that well with the weird tablecloth I got there, but here's the bubble plate. Pretty solid. Feels like acrylic, at least on top. This is definitely acrylic, solid. What's really neat is these rubber feet. They help hold this plate up in there, and I'll get it installed here in a sec, but they just go down here and they dub his feet. So they're screws to tie it to the body of the skimmer, the base plate to the body, but they also act as noise deadening, or noise dampeners. The sump, or the pump for the skimmer feels really good. It feels solid. I like that it's curvy, you know, not too many ridges in there, so it should be easier to clean. And that's one of the things I noticed when I was studying this pump, is how smooth it is. And that's important to me because they're just easier to clean. So the way this worked is it came separate in another little box, and it just holds on with a titanium screw right on the bottom. You just don't want to over tighten, just nice and snug. And it holds real nice. From there, this cable goes right here, and you put the base on, or the body on, after getting your bubble plate in place. And what's really cool too is the Venturi has an ozone nipple. That's just so awesome. I love ozone, and I plan on running it, and I have a place to connect it directly to my skimmer. That is a huge plus. I don't think I noticed that. So far I've just been completely surprised. Oh, another thing, let me show you here. This is the controller for the pump. I like the simplicity of it. There's basically feed mode or power off, and then you can turn it up, turn it down. I mean, to me, that's all you need for a skimmer, and that's really overkill. And AC would be fine for any of our needs. And look at this thing. This basically this I don't know, this power thingy. It comes with a mounting solution. That's legit. And then we got you know, another cord here that probably plugs into here and then goes into your controller. In this case, I'm just going to run this to a power strip of some nature. So that's that. It was packed pretty well. Nothing to write home about. And then over here, I'm going to put this garbage over here. I've got this brand new ATI dimmable Sunpower unit, 8-bulb setup that I got from a friend just now. Gave me a ripping deal on it, and I got to see his in action over his gorgeous rimless Red Sea tank. So this is going up tonight. The skimmer's going in tonight. That I'll wait for the weekend, because that's going to be a little bit more time consuming. But let me get this together and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I just had to, I used to build skimmers, guys, so this is, you know, really cool stuff to me. So this base plate for the bubble plate is really a cool design. I don't know if this is normal nowadays or not, but this just slips right over the top, and then it has this little threaded I don't know what you call those things, is I don't know, like this here. Basically has that there so that it'll hold it in place. Now how cool is that? So what you want to do is you want to line it up as best as you can right in the center. And then here's the bubble plate with these directional nipple thingies on there. And you want to put that piece here right over the top of that output from the pump. And then just screw it right on down the hole there. So that's what I'm going to do. But I really love the design so far. It seems really easy to, to clean. I mean, that's kind of, a big deal. Every now and then you need to clean these things. So let me get this together, and yeah, I'll report if I run into any other cool things. Oh, it also comes with a fairly generic set of instructions, but how hard is it to put one of these together by now, right? So let me get it together. Okay, so here it is in its finished form. Pretty slick setup. This hooked on pretty nicely, and again, there's my input for ozone. I have that pointed straight up for now. This just seems a little more natural because this tube rolls all the way back here to the air intake. Now, this was another pretty cool surprise, is that I have adjustable air. Less air, more air. I thought I was gonna have to do that myself, but they've already incorporated it. That is cool. Making adjustments is just that simple. I mean, it just literally opens up, and you can kind of see what it does here. Super easy. That closes it off, and this opens it up. The only downside that I found so far is the bubble plate. It doesn't have a recessed cut to lip this cup. I think that would make it a whole lot easier to put that in place, but it's not a deal killer by far, but if it did have a little cutout all the way around, I think that would make that a lot nicer. But I don't think it'll be a problem in any way. So it also came with this little tube here to seal that off or adapt it to a hose so you can clean it out a lot easier. It has a cool little handle here, and it turns. I'll have to put a little pressure on it a little because it's new, but it turns pretty easily and comes right off. And this bubble design is supposed to help push the skimmate to the sides. That's what they say anyway. So overall, pretty nice. Definitely big enough for my tank. I like how the cone continues all the way up to the cup. Should require less pump, but that pump's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm gonna try to get it set up. I gotta remove my old one though. Okay, so my son helped me get the light into place. Here it is. I have it set up for 100%, and I'm gonna run it for 2 days straight just to break the bulbs in. And the way I have it is there's 4 blue plus, 2 coral plus, and 2 actinics. And I actually got the actinics on the wrong channel. So in a couple days, I'll remove it, and my son will help me take it out, and I'll replace the bulbs, put them in the right spot. You probably can't tell in the video, but it's pretty cloudy still. Got a heck of a bacteria bloom going on. You can kind of see it here. You can't even see through to the other side. And here's the skimmer. I'm not sure if that's where I should set it for overnight, but I basically have the air about halfway, and I have the pump. You can see here. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. That's cranked all the way up, and it's pulling 25 watts, which is one of the things I really love about DC skimmers. So we'll see how that looks here in a couple days, but The adjustment was really super easy. And right now I'm just using that stand. I think it's actually in too deep of water, but when I get the other sump in place, it should square that away. That's it for now.